HarperCollins presents No Turning Back by Steve Frech. Read by Santiago Godoy-Giraldo. What do you want? I ask. Damon leans forward from the back seat so that his face is once more illuminated by the ghostly glow of the dashboard. I need you to listen to me, Lucas. I need you to stay calm. I need you to focus. I need you to do everything I say, because tonight, Damon lightly presses the barrel of the gun against the back of my skull. You and I are going to make history. Chapter 1. Keith, we're here. For the first time since picking him up outside the club on Sunset Boulevard, the incredibly intoxicated, early 30-something guy splayed across the backseat of my car opens his eyes. It's only 9 p.m., so Keith has either had the best night of his life or one of his worst. He spots his apartment building outside, breathes a heavy sigh, and begins struggling with the seatbelt. After a few moments, Keith stops, stares down at his lap, and lets out a short, staccato burp, followed by a painful groan. Please don't puke in my car, please don't puke in my car, please don't puke in my car. I mentally plead, but say nothing because I don't want to interrupt his efforts to get out as he resumes the battle with his seatbelt. I'm also afraid of what's going to come out of Keith's mouth if he tries to speak. The air in here is already a noxious cocktail of booze, sweat, and cologne. There is no way I'm going to be able to hide the stench of vomit from Julia. Keith finally wins the war with the buckle on the seatbelt. Once he's free, he reaches for the door handle but stops to let out another frothy burp. Come on, Keith, you got this. Just get onto the curb and you can let it fly. The moment passes and he's able to get his fingers under the handle and push the door open. A merciful gust of cool night air gently circulates through the cabin. Keith pulls himself out of the car with all the grace and agility of a rag doll. He steps onto the curb and reaches back to shut the door, but misses. He staggers backward off the curb and unintentionally closes the door with his butt. He stays there, leaning back against the car. I wait a few seconds, but he doesn't move. Finally, I hit the switch on my left to roll down the passenger window. Keith, you okay? I ask. He starts upright with a snort. Did he just pass out while leaning against the car? He mumbles something, pushes himself upright, and begins pinballing his way toward the entrance of the apartment building. Have a good night, I call after him. I need to stay in his head. Relying heavily on the handrails, Keith climbs the 5 or so steps to the glass door. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out his keys, promptly drops them, and then almost face plants on the concrete stoop as he bends down to pick them up. Hooking a finger into the keyring, he stands and slaps the keys against a sensor mounted next to the door. A faint buzzing reaches my ear before Keith opens the door and staggers inside. That's my cue to start staring at my phone. Please, Keith, please remember that I'm out here. In his present state, I'd be surprised if Keith remembers anything. When I picked him up, he didn't even recognize the light with the logo of the rideshare app sitting on my dashboard. I have to put it there because it's the law, but also so that people know I'm their ride. Keith was so out of it, I had to roll down the window and call his name. I'm glad Keith played it safe and called for a ride, but I also really need him to tip me. He's in his early 30s. He's partying in Hollywood on a Thursday night. He lives in a very nice apartment building in a very nice part of Los Angeles. So I'm pretty sure he's got the money, and I need the tip, even if it's just a couple bucks. Ding, ding, ding. My phone chimes with an incoming text from Julia. Because I've got it in my settings, the text is read out over the car speakers in that automated female voice. Are you still at the office? Damn it. I take the phone out of its cradle on the dashboard, disconnect it from the speakers, and begin typing. Yeah, sorry, we're scrambling to finish this project. I'll let you know as soon as I'm on my way.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?